Here's a look at the lineups involved today. We saw a lot of these players for PNG involved in the Prime Minister's game last month. 14 of this 17 involved in that game against the Australian Prime Minister's 13, including the co-captains. PNG at last year's World Cup beat Canada and Brazil before losing to England and then Australia in the semis, while the Cook Islands had that tough group featuring both New Zealand and Australia. And they were granted that wish. So this kickoff going into the breeze as the Pacific Championships continue in Port Moresby. Cook Islands get their hands on the footy first. I was talking to their coach, Rusty Martua. Eighth test today for Gloria Cowper, studying to be a heart surgeon and playing rugby league on the weekends. Here's Reeves, back on the angle. Carpo fires it left. Ravu keeps it going. Trying to keep it alive. Great tackle by Kiriaratu on Norris Addo. Fullback looking dangerous. And now Ravu.
They're just sitting back and watching a little bit, the Cook Islands. Could get themselves into trouble.
Slowed that play the ball down, but PNG right on the front foot. Important tackle made there by Tupou Witchman. Chance from dummy half, and the ball is dotted down. PNG have the first points. It's Roswitha Capo. Maybe.
Coming into tackle 6, I have a try. Just confirm the grounding, please.
Well, just really started to open up. Alana spoke about the... No, I think she hangs on to that the whole time.
Orchid maintains possession and grounds the ball on the line. We have a decision.
Second try for her country.
Oh, wouldn't they be loving that? The home crowd.
And the back rower makes it 6-0.
They're so strong and powerful, so if you can take some of that momentum away, that's a hit, then they're far less damaging.
Applause going for Cowper with that defence. Lovely creative play again. Tupou Witchman, the beneficiary, and fending away clear. Still going Tupou Witchman, and still alive for the Cook Islands, who get a fresh set after the intercept was nearly thrown. Back to centre field they go for Kiriaratu. Great pass. It was opening up. They had to go right. It's still on here. Very early in the tackle count. From dummy half, there's the reply in kind from Chelsea Makira. Can't she sniff out a try?
We saw her do this in the under-19s Origin match twice. She is a very, very smart young rake. I really like the way she identifies the ruck, identifies the space, and just knows when to go for it. And
catch their feet. They had a lot of space on that right side, and then just clever work around the ruck.
And a straightforward look for Shante Kiriaratu to level the scores here. Great contest in the opening 20 minutes. Home team looking to reclaim that lead. Oh, devastating run. And it's Gloria Cowper who thinks about the late offload. There's a hand in there. What does the referee say? Play on. And we remain midway through the tackle count.
Unlucky not to get another set of 6 here, Papua New Guinea.
Or a penalty for a strip. It doesn't matter now as S.A. Bonu! How clever! The hit and spin from Banu, who celebrates her 5th Test match appearance with a meat pie.
Take that. Didn't she back herself? So much power, clever to hit and spin, but the lead up to this try was outstanding. Right from the kick-off, when they chased the short kick, regained possession, put in a lovely little grubber, which we haven't really seen those fifth tackle options enough during this game, and they got pay from it. They had that set restart, the drop out, and then they were able to find points off the back of it.
Back in the 4th minute where she just said, you know what, we're a physical team, let's play with physicality. Hard running, she's put some big shots on as well.
Tougher shot this time, but slots it again. Vivas helps out as acting dummy half. Barnstorming. And stopped this time by 3 Cook Islands defenders. Crash ball. And Reeves trying to spin her way over. Held up successfully. Great defensive stand this by the Cook Islands in energy-sapping conditions in Port Moresby.
And reminding everyone at home, there's no drinks breaks today either, so they'll be playing through the 35 minutes, both halves.
Kick from Ravu. How's the bounce at the end of it all? Swooping on it is Allen. And PNG all over the Cook Islands now.
Well, it's quite fitting that Allen is the one that scores this try, because she's the one that came up with that unorthodox offload that forced the penalty from the Cook Islands. Coming back against the grain and their previous set of 6, she got caught with the ball on the last, just did a little weird offload through traffic, and that was actually what got them the penalty. And through there, some really powerful running. Banu again.
A nice little grubber, just getting in between those 2 defenders. She had the footy in 2 hands, and she put a really nice little angle on it. If she had kicked it too straight, I don't think they would have got pay off the back of it, but a lovely little kick from Ravu. And then what about that? Coming in on the angle at pace. So much class. That's really good footy. Really good footy. This is a great shot at the kick. Took a little deflection. So they got the bounce of the ball, PNG, but that doesn't pay off if you don't have numbers around the ball. Their kick chase has been really good for the first 24 minutes.
Matua, the winger is unmarked here. Matua trying to work it over there, ragdolled by Guasamon. Not many do that to Kere.
You never see that.
Back to centre field. High tackle off the shoulder, says the referee. Second phase created by Stevens. And Tamarua will have to play it 5 metres out. Still 2 more plays here. Tupou Witchman runs into a roadblock. And now look for Kiriaratu to take over. Tarua Quedley instead. Down the short side. How smart was that? Saw some space for the winger to exploit. And on her debut, it's Mahina Arangi Rewi with a try.
Yeah, incredible. What a great moment on debut. Really clever just to see that little opportunity on the left. That was the 2nd time that they've entered that 20-metre attacking zone, the Cook Islands, and both times they've left with points.
Kick off. But here she just spotted that the winger and centre had both come up and been caught in no man's land, just both defending the same space there. And Rewi, who we've seen her make a couple of runs down the edge, she's been taken into touch, but this time she stays away from her touch line and gets it down nice and cleanly. Nice hit back from Cook Islands.
For Mum and Dad.
Only going on in the ruck here. PNG's last set potentially before half-time. Guasamon busting tackles and keeping it alive. Found a teammate. Look at the step of Melly Joe. What an exciting player she is.
Look how powerful she is. She's built low to the ground, just keeps driving.
She's 20 years of age. And those bright pink boots putting on a show. Strong run and over. Right at the end of the first half, it's Layla Keroa with a special moment. They all pay homage to the lady they call the Prime Minister.
Wow, that was really good footy. It was all off the back of that run from Guasamon back against the grain, which they've done it a few times, and every time they've done it, they've made really great metres.
That's excellent off-field work, but the on-field stuff today has been fantastic since she's come on the field, Karoa. She was looking dangerous in the previous set of 6, I think it was. She was threatening down the right-hand side and then now swinging around to the left. There's been a couple of times the Orchids have found some space through there, but this one was just, it was just a nothing play, just one off run, and she just kept the legs moving.
This will be the final action of the first half. Emily Viva's conversion attempt. And back off the post. So the lead is 10 at the break. It is PNG 20, the Cook Islands 10 at halftime. Saw plenty happen from the kickoffs in the first half. A more regulation one here from Kiria Ratu, we think, taken on the full by PNG, who have the lead and now have the breeze at their backs.
And they earn themselves another chance at attacking them.
All happened mid-air too. She was up in the air and everything was going on.
Yeah, wouldn't have felt great for the player involved, as Guasamun was on that side where 4 PNG players split from the centre field scrum.
She makes 10 to 15 metres every time they run that play.
Ravu, helped create the overlap and scoring. Latonia Norris-Addo with a moment to remember in Port Moresby.
Yeah, great footy. They were on the front foot off the back of Guasman, running that nice little play where she just comes back against the grain. She ran at least 15 metres in that instance, drags the defenders with her, and then earns a really quick play the ball, and they reap the rewards on the short side.
Yeah, they did, and it was just, again, a misread defensively from the Cook Islands that created that bit of space. And Norris-Addo, who'd probably been a little bit laterally throughout the start of this game, that's a nice direct line for her there. And for her winger to hold position out wide as well.
The Islands have made a change there on the left wing, where Reri was operating in that first half.
Shantae, up and give space. Wait, stay up, Kiana.
Great ball again for PNG. Ravu looking dangerous, helping to create things. And again, the deft pass from Guasamun. And Allen has a double.
Well, we speak about Guasamun's physicality. She's so strong. She comes back against the grain beautifully. She carries players with her. Defensively, she's a very, very strong defensive centre. But this is just a lovely little... She catches the ball under significant pressure. But the lightness in her touch of that pass, the way she just shifts it out to her winger there, was beautiful to watch.
From PNG to put the pressure on, and then to the centre, just the subtlety in that pass. The centre, who's actually come to defend on the wing, just bites in to create that space. But it's subtle but really nice skills from PNG to be able to execute that and just make the most of that footy on the short side again on that left edge, looking very dangerous.
I mentioned in the first half their club teammates as well at Mount Hagen, and how handy is it to bring club connections to the international stage?
Yeah, very handy. Just the timing as well.
Wait, 9. Go 1. Keep looking for me, 9. 9, let go.
Arakua, the captain, scored a try in that 2018 grand final for the Broncos.
16, let go. Get square marker. Wait. Go 3. Play on.
Cook Islands appear to be building to something now, in search of their first points
7.
since half-time.
Right here, 16. Hold.
Trying to get back into the contest with a late show here. Kiria Ratu for Takai Rangi. It's opening up here for the fullback, who pins the ears back and scores the try. And here come the Cook Islands.
Yeah, what a well-balanced run that was from Kiana Takarangi. Great little setup play, nice attacking shape, but she finished it off with all class. She's got really good speed. She's got a little bit of a longer stride, so sometimes it's hard to tell the speed that she picks up.
Here we see here, just look at this lovely shape. You see that centre get really, really interested on the lead runner, and that creates the space for Takarangi to take advantage of. And she does have that loping stride. She's a little slow, looks slow to start, but she really builds into her pace there. Very well-balanced athlete.
What a day it is for the Takai Rangis.
The brother will be playing next
He'll be
game.
captaining.
Wait.
Closing in on full time, but Cook Islands have not given up. Looking to finish with a real flourish here.
Let go 12. Jess, straight. Back foot here, wait.
Kaya Atai plays at 10 out. Matua, right foot step. Happy to play it quickly here. Clever play by Kerry Matua. What can they do off the back of it? Kiri Aratu, a bit of room to move. Takai Rangi ready to put the foot down. And back on the angle. What a creative finish that is. And the Cook Islands right back in the contest here. It's a try from Holloway Samuels.
Well, without a doubt, that was the best worked set of 6 that we've seen from the Cook Islands in this game.
They got great territory, but this is the second time that Kiri Aratu has created some space and thrown a lovely ball to Kiana Takarangi. Goes into contact, a nice little hit and spin. Kiana does it brilliantly. It wasn't a big dummy, but she sold that first one and then took it deeper into the line. Footy in 2 hands. Gave her enough time to be able to use that.
I reckon she's about 150 to 1 to kick this one. Kiri Aratu gives it everything.
Come on!
Ah!
Give us the 150! Eat that! Eat that!
Halfback on halfback.
She doesn't have much left in the tank, Tarua Quedley.